No joke, $500 in 1 second, and I will show you that exact trade in a little bit here. But what I want to do with this video is just to give you some insight into what day trader scalping is all about. Because at the core, a lot of people are always trying to figure out what would work best for me, what way should I approach the market, how should I most importantly manage a trade, and that's where day trading scalping comes in at the forefront, more so in the trade management department, because we're all a little different in our makeup, especially when it comes to our patience levels, what we're looking for, our risk tolerance. And some people just want things to happen. They want things to happen basically now.
Move it or lose it.
And that's where I'm pretty much on the spectrum of things. Now, yes, I have multiple strategies and multiple approaches, and I don't mind sitting there and letting something work for me, but I'm also not one of these people where I sit there and say, wow, you sat for 10, 15, 20 minutes in that trade. I mean, good for those people. And to be fair, those people can make really, really big, really solid money. But for me, it's just not quite my mental makeup to have to sit there and watch and wait for something to play out for that long. Now, I do realize that you may be thinking, wait, did you just say that 10, 15 minutes is a long time? And I know, but that's where day trading scalping comes into play, because when you're scalping and you're using certain assets like I'll show you here, yeah, the gains can add up pretty quickly. So let me be very clear though, I'm not saying that every trade a day trader scalper makes is 1 second or a few seconds. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying though is that when done right, and just basically the idea of scalping is you're not looking to sit there for large amounts of time. You're looking to be in and out very, very quickly. Not always in a second, but relatively quickly. In other words, and this is always the joke we have, for a scalper, if they're sitting in a 15-minute trade, that might as well be like a long-term investment, because that's just not the mental makeup. That's not the strategy if you're just looking to scalp within the markets. And also, I'm not trying to say that my definition of scalping is a universal rule or a universal definition. Everybody has kind of their own little twist on it. But I think most people would be able to agree that scalping just means, you know, you're not going to be sitting there for a long amount of time waiting to see whether you make or lose money. So let me take you to this trade and let's walk through it. So what we are looking at here is my platform, and to go over a few different things so you can see how it all works. Mainly what you're going to want to be focused on is this box down here. Totally blank right now, but after I get the video rolling, you're going to notice a white line right here that shows up. And then very, very quickly, that white line is going to turn to green. So when it's white, that means I am trying to buy. When it turns green, that means I have bought. And then very, very shortly thereafter, you're going to notice another white line down here. That means that I am now trying to sell, right? Because if I've already bought, now I want to sell. And then when that white line then changes to green, grab the wrong color. Let's try that again. There you go. When that white line changes to green, that means I have been able to sell. And you're going to notice that all sits there for basically a second. In all actuality, probably a little less than a second, but we'll just call it 1 second for argument's sake. So let's get this trade going, and you're going to see exactly what I mean. There's white, green I bought. There's white, green I've sold, and right there, $500. Now to just back up the claim, I guess you could time it yourself, but right here in this column shows the execution time. I bought at 10:01 and then sold at 10:01:01. 1 second, $500.
Dang.
Now, a question you're probably asking, okay, Clay, what was that? Was that stocks? Was that futures? Was that crypto? What exactly was that? That was options. And if you want to learn more about options, comment down below option guide, and I will link you to this free class I put together, the big basics of day trading options, and that'll give you a good, firm foundation to which you can build from. And to reiterate, I'm not saying you have to do options. I'm not saying you have to be a scalper. Maybe you're looking at me and you're saying, wow, this guy's really different.
Your boy's different.
And yeah, I totally own that, because we are all different, as I started off the video talking about. We're all got it. We all need to find the lane that we belong in as traders and figure out what works best for us. Some people would be saying, No, there's no way I could ever manage a trade if things need to be happening that quickly. I totally get it. Just like other people were saying, I really struggle as a trader because I lose my patience. I start, just doing stuff. I just can't, when I'm just sitting there and waiting for the trade to work out or play out. There's all sorts of mind games and I get that too. I've been across the spectrum here, and some people are able to do both, and not quite me. I can do a mixture of both, but like I said, I would not be the person that's like, oh, I'm in a trade and I'm good for the next 15 minutes. Let's just see how this happens. Other people are fantastic. And I also want to be fair, and I get it. Wow, 501 second, it is crazy. But also, again, to be fair, sometimes this is the brilliant move because you get to 500 and then the price goes against you and you're saying, wow, I'm glad I just took that little small trade there, because had I held longer, that would have been a losing trade. That is totally possible, but it is a two-sided coin. Sometimes, and I've been there, and if you watch any of my past live trade videos, you've seen this, whereas if I even just hold another 10, 15, 30 seconds longer, instead of making a few $100s, it could be up over $1,000 that I could have made. So there's no right or wrong way to go about it. Sometimes the trade management style of scalping is going to be the smart move. Other times, it's going to be the dumb move, because you'll be able to sit there and say, wow, had I not scalped, I'd be up a whole lot more. So I just want to make sure that it's balanced there, and I don't want to come across like this is some sort of holy grail or special pill. No, you got to figure out what works best for you. But ultimately, all strategies, sometimes one strategy will be the smart one. Other times, yeah, the same strategy will be the dumb one. And it's just, a case-by-case basis. But at the end of the day, whatever strategy you're using, you've got to be managing risk. That is the very, very important thing about all this is, do you have risk management within whatever your strategy is? If not, then I don't care what strategy you're using, it's ultimately going to fail, because you've got to be able to control and manage that risk. So I hope this helps. I hope this just kind of gets your maybe some wheels turning. Maybe you've never even heard of scalping and you think maybe that could help you out. Maybe you're just saying, no, Clay, I'm definitely not a scalper, and that just reiterated it, and that's totally cool, fair enough. But like I said, there are multiple day trading strategies out there, and I did want to give you a little insight into day trading, scalping. So if you have any questions, as always, leave those down below. Any suggestions, leave those down below. I do read and will reply to all comments, and I thank you for any sort of comment you do leave. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, notification bell, so you're aware of when new videos are released. And I do live trading videos, so if you like what you saw here, then yeah, make sure that notification is on and you'll be notified of when I put out those live trading videos. So thanks for watching, and have a good one. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up, as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.